Alright, hello, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. Today, bringing you all my thoughts on the Varangian guard. Now, I'm pretty sure you've already seen everything from all the other YouTubers and stuff, so I'm not gonna really be here to like just show you this stuff. It'll be in the background, but I'm here to talk. I'm here to talk my thoughts on what we've already seen and maybe some questions that I have going into her character before it goes live, like what some of the things that we maybe didn't get to see. So, I mean, right off the bat, first of all, I mean, she looks good. Her armor is really cool. Her weapon is like, she's kind of weird, being as big of an axe as it is, being one-handed. It's a little odd, but I mean, it's fine, whatever. She's a big tanky hero thing, I guess. So she's extra strong, can wield that thing around like it's nothing. That's fine for me. I know somebody was kind of iffy about that, and also her shield is rather small in comparison. Like, it's a very small kite shield, but it's within realistic sizes for kite shield. So I mean, I'm not too worried about all that. But what I am worried about is her moveset. So I mean, she is a heavy hero, so I mean, I'm not like too worried about the size of her chains necessarily. But we're adding another crushing counter hero in, so I mean, the devs aren't going to think about it, but my immediate thought is, okay, what about backstep? What about backstep CCs, right? They're going to fix it on Highlander, right? And they kind of have fixed it on Highlander a little bit on live. It's still iffy, but they're going to for sure fix it in like in the rework that we're getting. Like it's like totally gone. But then there's the wonderful Aphira, the demon creature that's just still in the game, who can backstep like so much and CC. It's very safe. So I mean, I'm immediately worried about that being a thing again. So we didn't really get to see it. I mean, obviously her sort of like strafe speed seems kind of slow because she's a heavy, so maybe it won't be a problem, you know, because it's not really like an issue on, say, Valkyrie or Warlord. But well, I mean, I guess we'll just have to see. So, CC's aside, her lights are also enhanced through the whole thing. So, I mean, that's pretty good. That'll also help her with, like, getting into her chain finisher. If she's on somebody's side, they can't just external block you and, like, keep you out of your chain. So, she'll be able to get into this finisher heavy, which I am not 100% certain of the potency for, like, ganks will be. But it seems like it could be pretty good. Like, it looks like they're there for a little bit of time, so you could time a confirm heavy off that if you're like actually ganking with somebody that you're like on comms with and you've maybe practiced with. So we'll have to see what randos can get off of it, though. Probably be not super strong. And then also, like, if you try to confirm it, it looks like if you were to say like you were trying to light confirm her unblockable, and you try to confirm a heavy off of her pin, I'm pretty sure they would get third hit, so that wouldn't be like super great. They might not get third hit, you know, if you time it right. But it's looking like it'll give you a third hit, so it's looking like it's maybe something you want to use to I don't know. Well, you do want to use it because we'll get into later with the feats. It's actually very strong to land this around in a group fight, but I'm unsure how crazy it will be as a gank tool. But I mean, it might have something going on because it is a pin, and pins do strange things. So if it is a pin, does that mean it resets the frame, the hit value, right? Because that was like an issue with the Ocelotl thing, is because his thing's pinned, they reset the hit value, so you could avoid getting third hits done and somebody popping out of the gank. So does it do that? I don't know, since it's an attack, not a bash. How does the pin change? How does it interact with hyper armor? I don't know. I mean, sense heavies still pin if they're fully charged, and I don't think those stop hyper armor. Although maybe those are pseudo pins now. I'm not fully aware of all this, so if you know, leave it in the comments down below. But also, something cool will be to see is if she tries to light confirm somebody's unblockable and the opponent manages to block it but not parry it, they'll go into that all guard thing and they'll parry the whatever you were trying to confirm. But can you delay that follow-up heavy enough that you'll be able to hit them when they're not, their sort of all parry goes away, so they'll have to time another parry and they won't be able to get a riposte off themselves. That might be kind of interesting. That's something I've sort of been thinking about. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, we got the customization going on in the background in between talking about the moveset, and it definitely she's gonna look cool. She's gonna look very cool. I'll give him that. And then we got this all guard. It's a little goofy. So this character's gimmick is she's Aramusha but a heavy, but better. Aramusha but better, because you can like use these different follow-ups out of it like whenever you want, and they beat superior property because she pins you like with it, like no matter what you hit them with, like at least I think it's no matter what, even if it's a zone. I'm not 100% certain on that. I don't know if we saw them show that off. So guess I'll have to wait and see, or if you know, or if you caught it in those exhibition matches, leave it down below. Now, obviously myself is mostly a duelist. I think I'm going to try to get into fours more. I think fours weighs on my brain less in this game in general. I can just kind of play it with friends and not get super like burnt out with the game. So I may start playing fours more, but as currently a duelist, she's definitely a little lacking in the duels department. I mean, she's definitely got the tools. She'll be fine, but she'll be like, I don't know, like B tier, I guess. Because I mean, if you think about it, her main way to get damage is by landing on unblockable, which I mean, we don't know yet. I don't know yet, but it doesn't look like the hardest thing to react to on animation. It looks like a pretty telegraphed move. So, but I guess we'll have to see. If she does manage to land that, though, what she gets afterwards is pretty good. So, I mean, a 400 MS bash that you just kind of have to say yes or no, I will or I won't, is pretty crazy. Well, yeah. And I guess you also do get this finisher heavy off of that all guard there. So you could do potentially like a dodge attack if you were to say. Somebody I think about, Ocelotl. If you were to say dodge attack his bash in chain, and then he goes into, will you be able to get into it fast enough to beat? Or I know you would knock him out of the 400 MS light. So yeah, but so his zone afterwards, right? When his zone comes with this pin in that matchup, does this also pin through zones? Because like, zones interact with all guards a little differently, and then off of that heavy you can get, so maybe she might have a decent matchup against Ocelotl, which would be good because we don't really have a character right now that really shuts down Ocelotl. And I mean, even she still doesn't, because like Ocelotl can just read that you're gonna dodge attack and get you. But also this all guard they didn't say, and I think if it did, they would mention it, and they didn't mention it, so I don't think it's a thing. Is fast flow off a block. Is it truly like Aramusha's, where she can just kind of pop it wherever she wants in chains, or is it sort of like Warlords, but it has a little bit more of a startup? And it's definitely not like, it doesn't look like it's BP's, where you can just kind of block an attack and then go into all guard, and any attack that you block afterwards is considered blocked by the all guard instead of, just part of like a regular all guard, because technically everybody gets an all guard. You know what I mean, though. Is it like our Musha like chaining like poo poo poo, or is it, you know, just regular blocking everybody around you kind of deal? And then, okay, so we've got our feats on screen. Let's talk about these feats right quick. Tier 1 feat, crazy. Healing your team, a healing feat on tier 1 for your teammates around you in a group fight is going to be nuts, especially on these maps where, like Overwatch that they showed in the exhibition match, you can get a lot of healing pumped out on that. Point's pretty small, and the fights are kind of condensed. And also here in the video where they're showing the what is it, high fort, that's gonna be nuts, man. And then the feat 2 is, it's like, it's all right because you only get it off of like superior block. You don't get it off of like any regular parry, so it seems like a little weaker, but I mean, definitely not bad, like getting some extra tankiness. And if you couple this on top of the fact that she's a heavy, she's gonna have access to heavy perks, which is already kind of cringe. I don't know if they intend on doing anything to those heavy perks. They've just kind of been in the game for a while now. I'm not sure if anybody likes them, but they're there, so, and she's gonna have them being a heavy, so prepare for absolutely unkillable Aesir running around. What's her name? Varangian guard running around. If she gets a couple of these blocks, she'll have that 40%, and she's at low health, she'll have like the 40% damage production going on. She'll have the 10% from Bastion. She'll, if she's popped Revenge at any point, she'll have the Revenge shield on, and the Revenge shield doesn't count as her health, so it also gets the damage reduction. And then if she gets one of these superior blocks going, she has another 15, so it's a 65% potential damage reduction when you're in the critical health. You're gonna be like, somebody's gonna try to hit you with some mix-up, and you're just not gonna die to anything. It'll be pretty interesting. The third feat will give you that damage boost to your teammates around you, and that's definitely strong. That's a 15% damage boost, so that's definitely pretty good. And then the tier 4 is like it looks like they wanted to bring another sort of spear storm thing in the game, but instead of just kill everybody, they have it drop a Doom banner so she can take some space, because they want it to be the supporting hero, and it definitely looks cool. And then also for that tier 3 feat, it looks like it has the same radius as a Doom banner. It just kind of like pulses out from wherever she was when she activates it, so that's definitely going to be strong. But another big question I have is specifically on the tier 1 feat. What kind of healing is it for your teammates? Because there's like different kinds of healing in the game. There's the healing that cleanses, and then there's the healing that doesn't cleanse, right? So for two examples of that, like by cleansing, what I mean is if you have some bleed stacks or some fire stacks on you, does the heal completely remove them and heal you, or does it just heal you under those ticks, right? And so an example of something that completely removes it and heals you is if you say step on a point that's not being contested, right? If you have like 4 ticks of fire damage on you and you walk on a point, it gets rid of all the DOT and heals you and starts healing you from wherever you are after the DOT is gone, right? But say if you're Shaman and you're like in a Shaman Ditto, this happens sometimes, and you're both like got each other bleeding and you're kind of exchanging blows back and forth. You're healing, but you're not removing the bleed ticks. The bleed ticks are still there, so your opponent can still potentially get a bite on you. So I'm wondering if her tier 1 feat, does it cleanse her allies of bleed, or does it just heal them underneath the bleed? We'll just have to see. I don't actually know about that. If you do know, again, leave it in the comments down below. I'm interested. That's about all I have for like questions and concerns and whatnot. I mean, she looks cool, and we'll have to see. I mean, her moveset isn't like super in depth, so I mean, we'll get what we get, but that's just sort of like my initial thoughts on how strong her ganks will be and how strong her feats will be. Because if her tier 1 does cleanse, it's going to be absolutely insane, crazy, broken, and if it doesn't cleanse, it'll still be really good. But yeah, let me know what you guys think below. Are you excited for this hero? I know it seems like it's kind of a mixed bag out there right now. I probably won't play her a whole lot, But I mean, she's cool. I'm glad she's here, and also the fact that she exists as this way to sort of stop people from just chucking out giant hitboxes in team fights is kind of cool as well. We sort of have that with BP, but you have to like time your flips right, and so this is sort of like just easy mode. Well, it's not really easy mode, but it looks like you just time the button. You don't have to time 2 buttons, right? With BP, you got to press 2 buttons. This, you just press 1 button, and you get the results. So this maybe will help curb Medjai a bit by fact of existing rather than actually having to nerf him directly. But we'll see. With that out of the way, though, hope you all enjoyed the video. Drop a like and subscribe for more and all that other good stuff, and hope you have a wonderful day. Bye bye.